What's up, guys? It's MB Boxing, and today I'm going to be predicting the outcome of Isaac Cruz versus Yuriorkis Gamboa, and this is going to be a 10-rounder in the lightweight division, and this fight is going to be Saturday, April 16th from the AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, and this fight is going to be broadcasted on Showtime pay-per-view, and to get both fighters' resumes, Isaac Cruz, fighting out of Mexico, holds a record of 22 wins with 2 defeats and 1 draw, with 15 wins coming by way of knockout. He's currently ranked number 10 by BoxRec in the lightweight division. He's also a former WBA lightweight world title challenger. And to first of all list his draw, he has a points draw against Jose Kalikak. Sorry if I pronounced his name incorrectly. And to list his losses, he has a unanimous decision defeat early on in his career. When I believe he was in his maybe early 20s or late teens. I mean, he's still in his early 20s, but it was a unanimous decision loss against Luis Montaño Alvarez. And to list his other defeat, which was his most notable defeat coming in his last fight, he got a highly controversial unanimous decision loss to Gervonta Tank Davis for the WBA lightweight title. And that was a fight that I thought that he won. He fought very, very well coming forward, and many people also agreed with myself in saying that he won that fight. However, to list some of his best victories, he has a majority decision win over Thomas Matisse, a knockout win over Diego Magdaleno, a unanimous decision win over Jose Matias Romero, and he also has a unanimous decision win over former world champion Francisco Vargas. And to get his opponent's resume, Yuriorkis Gamboa, fighting out of Cuba, holds a record of 30 wins with 4 defeats and 18 wins coming by way of knockout. He's currently not ranked by BoxRec due to inactivity in the lightweight division. However, he is the former unified WBA and IBF featherweight world champion. And to list some of his best victories first, he has a unanimous decision win over Orlando Salido, a unanimous decision win over Darlis Perez, a unanimous decision victory over Rene Alvarado, a majority decision win over Jason Sosa, a unanimous decision win over Miguel Beltran, and he has a knockout win over Roman Rocky Martinez. And to list all 4 of his defeats, he has a knockout loss to Terrence Crawford, a knockout loss to Robinson Castellanos, which was a huge upset. He also has a knockout loss to Gervonta Tank Davis, and a unanimous decision defeat to Devin Haney. So Yuriorkis Gamboa in these last couple of years has really just been on a downfall. I mean, that's not really because he's just getting worse as a fighter. It's really just because he's aging, and that's obviously contributing to his skill level and how his chin holds up and whatnot. I mean, years ago when he was fighting at featherweight, I mean, he was beating a lot of guys, was the unified champion, had very solid wins. But nowadays, I mean, he's just getting older, and being that he's really, his style just really doesn't match up to a lot of these young fighters coming up, like Gervonta Davis, who he fought, and Devin Haney. I mean, against those guys, he was just getting dominated, and I think this will yet again be another loss to an up-and-coming fighter, in this case, Isaac Cruz. Cruz is really put in this fight to get a solid win. I think that because Gamboa, I mean, nowadays he's really just there, so all these up-and-coming fighters, all these top 10 lightweights that are just wanting to get a fight, just have a very nice name on their resume. And Gamboa is a really good name. I mean, if you've been watching boxing for the past 10 years, you would know that Gamboa is a former unified champion. You would know that he used to be a really, really top-tier fighter at featherweight and super featherweight, but nowadays, I mean, he's just an aging fighter. Still, he does have that Cuban style, very good, very fast. Obviously slower nowadays that he's aging. But I just think that Isaac Cruz will be a bit too much for Gamboa, and Gamboa's chin has really been shaky over the years. If you watch his fights, even against Terrence Crawford, he got dropped a couple times. He's been dropped a lot of times throughout his career. I just don't think that he will be able to hold up to Isaac Cruz's pressure fighting style in this fight. And comment down below your thoughts on this fight and who you think is going to win. Whether you think Isaac Cruz really has what it takes to possibly even rematch and beat Gervonta Davis, or if you think that was really just one simple night that Gervonta Davis performed badly, and I don't think so. But I've heard some people say that. But Isaac Cruz, very good rising top 10 lightweight I mean, if he wins this fight, he could possibly get a fight against Ryan Garcia, who's been calling him out. And the funny thing is, Ryan Garcia called him out, but then went on to face Emmanuel Tago. But Isaac Cruz, one of my favorite fighters personally when it comes to style. I love his style. Very compact fighter, very powerful fighter. Loves to come forward, loves to swing, loves to bang in the ring. Very, very fun to watch. Personally, one of my favorites, as I mentioned before, nowadays. So, yeah, I mean, I think that pressure fighting style that he does possess will be too much. And I do think that Gamboa will survive to get to the second half of the fight, but I do think he will get stopped there. I think Isaac Cruz, leading up to the stoppage, could be up 59-55, maybe 60-54, something like that. And I do think Gamboa will get stopped anywhere from round 6 to round 10, so it could be 8-0 when he gets stopped, 7-1, because it could range, in my opinion, anywhere from round 6 to round 10. But otherwise, Cruz should be up winning every single round, if not winning every single round but one. So, and how I see these fighters fighting when it comes to their style, I believe that Isaac Cruz will be fighting with his trademark come forward style, like we've seen in every single one of his fights, where he comes forward, has a sort of Mike Tyson head movement, goes to the body, goes to the head with uppercuts, like where he bobs side to side a bit. He's just a very, very fun, compact fighter. And I think that he will be really pressuring Gamboa to the ropes. And I think that he could possibly drop him a couple times early on, really hit the chin of, or should I say the weaker chin of Gamboa, because he's been dropped so many times in his career, and he's been stopped 3 out of the 4 times he's lost. So I do not think that he will go the distance against Isaac Cruz. And this fight could get stopped in numerous ways. But nonetheless, I think it will be a knockout win for Isaac Cruz. And I think that Gamboa will be the one on the outside of it, trying to score points against Cruz, trying to land the jab, and really trying to keep Cruz off him and continue moving around the ring so he doesn't get cornered or sandwiched against the ropes and really just hit up like a punching bag. But I think that ultimately Cruz will catch him and start to break him down and then ultimately stop him. So I believe that most of the people that are predicting this fight are picking the same thing. I just really think that Cruz is just too young, too powerful, too fast, and just too much for Gamboa, and should be able to get a stoppage win from round 6 to round 10. And yeah, that's really it. I'm MB Boxing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.